Hi. Did I scare you? Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you really like it, then, I don't know, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your community. So, I got really excited, had an epiphany yesterday, an epiphany. I think that's what you call them. I don't know. So I'm starting a new project, right? I was starting another project, and it's warping into a new project because always be open to divine inspiration. And sometimes we have to take some time to reflect, and especially time to rest. If it feels like you're getting overworked and you're just like, blah, like you're running down a path that doesn't feel like it's producing anything, just stop and take some time to rest because you're probably running on uh, a false idea of like maybe continued effort from your past. And what I was doing is I was writing a second book, and I thought, you know what? Why don't we just let the second book write itself? I don't know. That's the clue. Anyway, so the download I got this morning was to make sure that you picture yourself in the right light. When you're ever picturing yourself, don't worry about anybody else. Always, envision yourself producing positive energy this way, producing positive energy that's going out in your environment that is reproducing itself in the people around you. So it can be very difficult, especially at times like this, when people are going through crises, or the economy is slowing down. It's pretty obvious, right? I mean, I don't know which world you're living in, but it's pretty obvious that things are kind of, and so people get into survival mode. And so if they're in that competitive mindset where they're trying to compete against if people are trying to compete against each other, you just want to encourage people to inject positivity into each other. But you can't do that unless you're taking care of yourself. And so the real challenge is if you're stuck in a really toxic environment where people are trying to pull off of each other energetically all the time, it's all wounding based and fear based and all that stuff. Make sure that you're getting proper rest. And if you have to take yourself out of an environment for yourself, the universe will support you. Don't ever think that you can't leave a situation because you have to become codependent on somebody. That's not true. You can always leave a situation if it's not serving you. That being said, you can overcome toxic situations and toxic groups by just energetically, making sure that you're not getting involved with whatever conflicts going on, right? I mean, no reason to get involved with that. It's all illusionary because it's all based on a perception that somebody needs to prop themselves up against somebody else, right? That's illusionary. Not true. All of you are unique and beautiful in your own special way. Right? So, if you can do that, you have to mentally, hold back and then elevate yourself and make sure that it always feels like you're injecting positivity into your environment, and that primarily is towards yourself. Because if you're in any state where you're not unconditionally loving yourself, then you won't unconditionally love the people around you. Right? You have to heal yourself before you can heal anybody else. Period. You'll never be able to heal anybody else, and you're wasting your efforts if you are not healed. And a lot of times in society, we see this. Doctors, physicians, mental health therapists. And that's the biggest problem, mental health therapy. A lot of times you'll find somebody in the mental health field that is trying to help somebody else, but they're not fully healed internally. So unconsciously could be giving them bad advice, right? But the mental health field has actually come a long ways in the last 10 years. People are starting to realize that you really have to learn to honor yourself, right? Because you have a unique talent, you have a unique gift for the world, and you need to be able to share that. But a lot of times, the situations that we're in don't allow us to do that. So always get in a state where you're just Picture yourself as this beautiful flower, and you have this positive energy coming out from you. And that's how you'll present yourself to the world. And you'll naturally attract whatever you need. You know, if you're trying to repel everybody and point out the flaws of what's going on, a lot of time, you know, you're basically kind of repelling people. And, you know, I've fallen into that trap. All of us have. So you have to be able to unconditionally love yourself and say, hey, look, where am I at? What am I doing? You know, think about what am I doing? Why am I, you know, and if somebody's trying to project negative energy on you, you can always say, hey, look, you know, I know if you feel bad, just take some time for yourself. I'm fine. Don't ever make it, you know, about, you know, yourself, because you're fine. You are beautiful. Don't ever think that whatever's going on out there is trying to tell you something about yourself. You have to get to a place where you are internally happy all the time, and then you'll start naturally creating the things that, whatever it is that you need to create. My natural ability is I am just a healer, right? That's my thing. You know, I love to show people that the way that they're conflicted is just kind of an illusion, right? You don't have to be conflicted with the people around you. All you have to do is put positive energy into them, support them. Sometimes you don't get that energy back, which is fine. And if that's the situation that you're in, then pull yourself back. But try, you know, and I've learned so much that in previous toxic environments that I was in, knowing what I know now, I would have been able to transmute all the energy in that environment, where back then I couldn't. And that's why it's so important to be able to heal yourself. Don't ever think that, you know, the environment that, whatever toxic environment that you're in can't be fixed. But a lot of times you can't do anything about it until you honor yourself and start to see it all from a different perspective. And then your gifts will heighten. You'll become more self-aware, because the way that you feel about yourself is unconsciously pulling you into a conflict where you feel like you need to elevate from whatever's going on there. But no, that's not true. All you need to do is to be able to see how beautiful you are, and then you can elevate the consciousness of the people in that group and get rid of that toxicity and pull those beautiful traits out of each one of those people, because that's all it is. It's just a wounding individually of each one of those people that they don't understand how much value and creative power that they have. And so since they're thinking negatively about you to try and prop themselves up, then they're just caught in a karmic cycle. You need to just pull yourself out of it. So, that being said, why not draw a card? Hey, Alexa. Never mind. She never answers me the way I want her to answer me. Alexa, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I can provide information, music, news, weather, and more.
Alexa, what's the weather like in Alberta, Canada right now?
Good afternoon, Brian. Which city in Alberta?
I don't know. I guess I was too general, right? Ooh.
Okay, here's fortune teller Zoltar. When it comes to the heart, love is for the lucky and the brave.
Wow, why'd she say that? Alexa, love is for the lucky and the brave? Are we brave? So yeah, show love for yourself and then love for the people around you. And then your creative energy will explode. I mean, that's, you know, a musician, right, that loves his art or her art. You know, they... what do we need to hear here? We got some cards here coming. Same stuff here. So, yeah, I mean, I got Justice sitting on the table here. Page of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So this is you guys right here, bringing justice to your life, agents of innovation and change. Still have a little bit of repressed energy we're trying to get rid of. It's all right, but it's leading to this. King Cups energy. I'm such a slob with these cards. And there's some offers that we're not wanting. I knew this was going to come out. So there's people, right, that got offers, but, we're just having a good time in the sun here. So, yeah, we've got some offers here that we're not wanting. Taking some time in the sun. What's on this fourth? What is this offer that we don't want? What is that? I kind of know already, but we'll just see what the cards say. The offers we always want is some kind of offer of codependency, right? Creativity is your cure, because you want to get in how are you creating change in the people around you? You don't have to siphon energy off of them. You can create positivity. And that's actually some of the secrets of how the Ascended Masters started transmuting things. Because you're providing energy and information for something. You're not pulling energy. So, like, if I'm trying to sell you something, I'm taking energy from you to give you something. It's a equal exchange of energy. You're not producing anything. You're not like injecting butter into the turkey. Does that make sense? So there's a lot of offers in the area, right? But we're doing this, fighting off all these, and we're sitting in our Nine of Cups and in our King of Wands energy. While we're sitting like this, right? Like, nah, sorry, I'm okay. Stay in your creative circuits. Honor yourself, love yourself, and then that love flows into the people around you. And because by honoring yourself and seeing what you have to offer, it's going to help you lift that up in the people around you. You don't have to pull energy from people to help them do that. And then that return will come back to you. It has to. It's an electrical circuit, right? So I love you guys. You can always get a hold of me on here if you need help with anything, if you want advice on anything. I'm a spiritual teacher, wisdom teacher. And another thing before I go, this is something that I keep getting told, and that's something that I have to learn over and over. Your life will go through changes, and after you go through cycles, you'll complete a project, and then you'll find out that it was the support structure for another project that will be the support structure for something else. And your own growth happens that way. What you learn in a cycle becomes the base for how you're able to build on the next cycle, and then that keeps happening. It's a tiered approach. It's the fool's journey, where you keep taking leaps of faith and you don't know what's next, but you will always get the information that you need when you need it, and your faith will make you whole. And then you're just living like a kid again. Right? You're just like, nothing matters. Right? That's how you get there. Because the truth will set you free. Your higher self will take care of you. I guarantee it. All you have to do is trust and believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you'll never teach people how to believe in themselves, because you have to build it on the inside before you can give it to anybody else. Love you guys. Have a great day.